Hi and welcome to the channel. Yeah, today it's vlog day. It's very hot. It's definitely summertime. Ooh, God, it's hot here. So I thought I'd just do a little vlog. I've been trying to put together a build video of a little 2S quad. But I ran into some problems with the flight controller. I filmed everything, but I'm not gonna finish the build video until I've actually finished the build. I mean, upload the video. And yeah, it was the Flywhoo Goku 16x16 stack, and for some odd reason, one of the LEDs came loose, and I don't know what happened. I tried soldering it back on, and something just happened, and doesn't power up. Well, it powers up, but it just gets hot. The board just gets really hot. The flight controller. The ESCs, they're doing fine. Managed to solder on all the motors and motor wires. No issues there. Had my camera hooked up and the VTX, and the only thing I was missing to do was to put on the receiver, and then the build was actually finished. But yeah, stuff like this happens. It's going to be quite an interesting build video because it's going to be very realistic with regards to things that can happen when you're building micro quads. Um, what else have I got to say about that? It's very annoying, of course, that my flight controller died before I even finished the build. Note to self: if you've got the Flywhoo Goku 16x16 stack, the ones with all the LEDs, get some 2-component epoxy, mix it together, and glue. Put some glue either on or like under, if you can get it under the LEDs, and glue them in place, because they're gonna fly off in a crash anyway. Um, they're just not stuck on there very well. So that's all I can say. That's the advice, and be careful with the soldering pads because they are small, and the ground is just absolutely impossible to solder on that stack. Just they just get messy. The ground, all the ground. There's no. I haven't found any special way. I use 300, no, 200, and what was I on? About 380 degrees centigrade, 390. Still had issues with the ground. Um, so so that project is kind of ditched for now. There's I'm not, obviously there's not going to be anything of that. So the only stuff I've got that I can upload is some flight footage from this night vision camera, which is a 6 megapixel camera, and it works really well in daytime. So that would be interesting. So I'm gonna try and figure out some other projects to work on from the desk, and of course make some more flight videos when I have time. Right now it's pretty hectic because everything has started opening up again, and people are going back to work. Unfortunately, my old job is not opening up, so I'm not going back to work, but I'm looking for work desperately. So that's where my main energy is going at the moment, is to find work, obviously. So, and other than that, when I have spare time, I'm in my garden. I've been doing some projects here. I'm trying to make some more furniture for my garden. So, a pallet sofa thingy. It's very nice. It's very sturdy. It looks very good. Yeah. Hope you're having a safe and good time, and stay tuned for more, of course. And thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. And if you're a new viewer, then subscribe down below, and hit the annotation bell so you know when I upload stuff. Because I don't have a schedule. I don't do this for profit. I do it because I think it's fun to document myself, so that when I get older, I can look back at myself when I was younger, if that makes any sense. Something like that, anyway. But stay tuned for more from my desk, and yeah, and RC and drone related content and also some other things. And as always, fly hard.